In the San Luis Valley, there's another string of unsolved crimes. Police are stumped, and the crimes are pretty gruesome. Cows carved up, mutilated, left to die in the field, and the only thing more shocking is who some ranchers think is to blame for it. It's a theory that is literally out of this world.
It's just a mystery.
He's worked this land his whole life.
Yeah, down over here is where we found the mutilation last year.
But there are things here, rancher Mike Duran
I spotted her down here, right down into the river down here.
simply can't explain.
I noticed the teats, the udders were gone.
His prize cow not just killed, but carved up.
Then I looked at the vaginal area and I noticed that that was cut out also. It's like a laser cut.
With surgical precision, but not with a knife.
This, it looks like when they cut it, it also cauterizes at the same time.
The way no predator would.
First thing that comes to mind is their back.
It was his second cow killed this way.
There's no blood, there were no tracks, no witnesses at all.
No explanation.
Some people say, well, it's a cult. But even if it was a cult, we would find tracks or something.
Except one he can't rule out, one that is out of this world.
I believe there are aliens. You know, people may laugh at me for thinking that.
In this lonely pasture,
They claim that the UFO beams this animal up.
Mike Duran says we're not alone.
They do what they have to, then they bring them back and they drop them back in the field. And that's why there are no tracks.
And he's not alone. Alien investigator Chuck Zukowski has been to 5 cattle mutilations in the last year.
The sexual organs are removed, an eye is removed, a tongue is removed.
The reserved El Paso County Sheriff's deputy trying to crack the case.
In my opinion, this is probably one of the best cold cases we have.
How so many cows in so many places have met the same fate.
The pattern had just been surgical cuts. There's no bite marks, there's no scratch marks, there's no carnage on the ground. Clean, as if it was under surgery. It's been going on since '67 and no one's been caught.
He says the evidence rules out an accident, a coyote or another predator.
And it was almost as if the animal, was taken to a separate place, killed, surgically manipulated, and then brought back. So far, all my evidence points to complete unknown.
Leaving 2 possibilities, an elaborate human prank
60-40 leaning more towards alien.
or something not human at all.
I found one of the most significant, what I consider, a smoking gun.
The Aaron cow mutilation last December in the San Luis Valley.
I am really it's really pegging here.
Zukowski says he found a powerful electromagnetic field coming from the cow's carved out head.
Out of the 4 other cases, I've never seen this before.
He caught it on tape.
What if the animal, at one point of its life, there was some type of a probe inserted?
Like someone wanted the cows to study them.
There's been a lot of cases where people have seen lights in the sky, they've seen craft.
It would explain some of the common patterns.
Now my theory is the open face wound. I think there was an implant in there.
But the Colorado Department of Agriculture...
Well, those stories make great fiction, but it really comes down to facts.
They say it's time to use some common sense.
Post-mortem changes on an animal happen very, very fast. Predators coming in, and they can be kind of stealth sometimes, and they can come in, they can lick up that blood. Insects or other part of the decomposing process will digest body fluids.
That might explain the lack of blood in the missing parts.
It's possible people could be involved.
And there's the biggest question of all, why?
We don't know how an alien thinks. And if anybody says, I know exactly why an alien's doing it, they're wrong.
Why Mike Duran? Why you?
I don't know. I wish it wasn't me.
Why would aliens come to Colorado? Why haven't police ever made an arrest?
They can't explain it. They really don't know.
9-year-old Mikey Duran looks for it every night.
At night I see like bright stars with a weird clear thing around it.
But what's happened here, Mike Duran just can't explain.
The universe is so big that I don't think mankind knows what's out there.
He's watching his cows, thinking still that someone or something may be watching him. One kind of creepy thing about this story is that similar incidents have been reported around the world. Kind of makes you wonder if this is human activity or if something else really is going on. Coming up next.